What's going on, guys? FallenRedZeo here, bringing you more action figures. This time we have the complete Batman versus the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set of figures from GameStop. So we have the entire set. So we have the 5 packs of 2 figures. So we get 10 figures all together. And then we have the additional exclusive Michelangelo in the Batman costume to show off. So first that we have up here first is the Batman and Leonardo, the 2 leaders of the groups, Batman and Leonardo. So as you can see in the set, they're based off the animated movie. So they have very animated cartoonish style, which we'll see in more detail. But you can see they have a lot of like outlining and shading and stuff, which look really cool, and they each come with a bunch of accessories. So we got a bunch of accessories on each side and stuff, so that's really cool. And the second pack we get Robin and Raphael. So these are the 2 second in commands, Robin next to Batman and Raphael for Leonardo. And again, many more accessories. We got all the accessories on the side, a bunch in the back there, so that's cool. And then we got Batgirl and Donatello, followed by Alfred and Michelangelo. So that's kind of a funny weird pack that we got Alfred and stuff, but again, more accessories onto the side. And the last of the 2 packs, we've got the 2 villains of Ra's al Ghul and Shredder, which look really cool. And again, we're throwing in this Mikey as Batman figure as well. That was the exclusive. You can see it's a PX exclusive to San Diego Comic-Con. So we were able to get this as well. So it's just, Mikey and like the Batman costumes. So that's pretty cool as well. And you can see we got the entire set down there below. So we got all these figures to go through and open. We'll check out each pack together. And hopefully these are some great figures. I hope you enjoy. If you do, let me know with a thumbs up and subscribe down below. Let's go ahead and get into them. So I finally got them out of the box. It took forever to get all these out with all their accessories and to set them up. But I finally did it. And I did want to point out, I don't know if you can see it, but on my fingers I do have a lot of like green paint that like kind of came off and stained my fingers, so that is the thing to look out for. But these figures are pretty cool. I haven't fully made my mind up if whether I like these or not. They're cool looking. I really like the look and design, but just actual figures I can't tell if it's good or bad. But from what I can find, these are made by DC Collectibles. That's like the branding that's on all this, so it's not like anything like a NECA or a Hasbro or a Mattel that usually makes any of these kind of figures, so they're a little bit different from normal figures that we see. But one thing you can notice with the 2 leaders of Batman and Leonardo is their height difference. So I like that they made the turtles a lot shorter than the Batman characters. I just really like that design detail overall. Their paint is really flat. Like we'll see it when we look up close. Their paint is just completely flat. There's no shininess to it, which I kind of don't like that in some spots, like the flatness of the paint. But for a cartoon, I think it looks perfect. I think it's perfectly designed. Then I like, again, the whole like shadowing stuff you can see like there, like the rib design, and especially all over Batman. I really like that detail that added in. Then of course they come with a lot of accessories that we'll look at and everything. We'll go and start with these figures, and then we'll just kind of go through each one, and if something's different I'll point it out for movements and stuff. But here we got to look at Batman. So again, this is from the Batman versus the Ninja Turtle movie, which we have but have not watched yet, so I don't really know anything that happens in it. But we've got Batman in like a classic style look of the blue and the gray outfit. So there's a look at the cowl there, the all blue. Again, I like the comic style face. He's got the big chin there with even like the detailing of the butt chin mark, but looks like classic Batman. Has a nice long blue cape down here with the jagged cuts there at the bottom. It's a lot of cape. He's got a lot of material going on. If you can see how big it is, of course it looks like a bat, but he's just got a lot of material, so you just have to kind of like fold it up and everything to go around there. But I do like the cape because it's attached onto it, so you don't have to worry about it falling off or anything like a lot of other figures. But then again, we got his costume. So the all spandex costume with the gray. We have the Batman logo. He's got the bat belt on, of course the gauntlets there with the spikes on it as usual. Blue underwear back to the gray, and then the blue boots down at the bottom. So again, very plain and basic, not a whole lot of details, but again, you can see the detailing of the shading going on there for the cartoon. So for movements, they don't have a lot of movements, so that's one thing about these. They don't move a lot, and then their joints are a little iffy, so it's kind of worrisome, but not too bad. But that just pretty much twists is all it does. We've got the shoulder that comes out about 90 degrees. That's about as far as they go on these figures, and then they can rotate around, but you have to kind of get it to work around there. They have single elbow joints, as you can see there, but then they also have the twist in them as well, so you get a little more movement. And then the wrists do twist around, and they do have a ball style joint in there, so they do have some like flexing that goes on. So then we get to the ab crunch, and they do have a little bit, so like as you can see, Batman just moves a little bit there, not a whole lot of crunch though, but it does twist there. That's the main thing that joint does. But then he usually has a waist twist as well. You can see kind of in there, it's below the belt, right above the underwear, the twist, and then of course the belt on covering it up. The legs don't come out very much, mostly because the underwear gets in the way, but they don't in general have too much movement, so that's like about as far out as they go, and that's even like a twist to the side to do it. But they do come out to the side a little bit more like that, and then it also does have a little bit of a thigh twist as well. You could see when I moved it. Do have a double knee joint, which is kind of hard to get to there, but double knee joint. Not a whole lot of range of movement. They don't move too far up. And then we go to the foot that does flex back and forth and does have the twist side to side. So that's the same sort of style setup for most of the Batman figures. So we're going to pretty much see the same things. Again, I won't go through them all unless they're different. But then we have Leonardo, which of course looks really cool. I really like the turtle designs, and they're pretty much all designed exactly the same as well. But again, with turtles, they've changed all the colors, so they're all a little bit different colors. So he's just a nice sort of like basic classic green color. And he's pretty much the second most muscular. Obviously, Raph's going to be the most, but he's got the like second beefiest version. So he has, of course, the blue bandana wrapped there around his eyes with the tails coming down. Of course, there's a look at the shell on the back. They have the belt on there with their logo on it. So his is L, obviously, for Leonardo. So it doesn't really look much like an L, but we've got the, you know, the stick and then the little like tail coming off of it for the L is what that's supposed to be. I don't like his as much as the others, but that's just what they gave him. And again, the undershell there of the yellow, then of course all of the green body of the turtle. And then he's got the knee pads on, so I like how his are a plated knee pad, so very reminiscent of like a samurai some. So again, it's the 3 plates all stuck together there, the same with the elbow pads. And then his big feet at the bottom with the 2 toes, which look pretty cool. So for his movement though, he's got the head that twists, shoulders do come up again about 90 degrees and can rotate around, single elbow joint with the twist, wrist twist around and flex, no ab crunch or waist twist on the turtles. Unfortunately, the legs do come out just a little bit more, they come out just a little bit higher again with twisting to the side, thigh twist as well. They do spread apart very far though, so there you can spread the turtle leg far apart quite a bit. Then he's got again the double knee joint, and again they don't move too much just because of the thickness of the legs. And then they do have this additional little piece back here that kind of blocks some of the movement. And then the foot flexes back and forth and twists side to side. So again, very similar between these 2 sets of figures, the turtles and the Batman characters. They're just a little bit different design for the thickness of the turtles and the Batman. But the one thing these do come with is a lot of accessories. So each character comes with multiple hands and then additional accessories. So here we got Batman, so we have multiple different style hands. We have grip style hand that has the little gap there, probably for the batarang. And you have 2 matching hands for that. We have a more closed fist grip hand there that's just a normal grip style hand. And then we have a more loose open hand grip there as well to go along with the 2 fist hands that are already on them. They all just have the fist hands automatically on them. And then we get a bunch of bat accessories. So we have a bat bomb there, just a little tiny bomb. I like the orange with the Batman logo there on it. Looks pretty cool. We've got a batarang there that we can stick into his hand, so that's again pretty cool. He has the bat grapple that has 2 different attachments you can stick into it. So you just take it and slide it into the hole. So there we've got the closed version and then a more open version there. So you got those 2 you can choose from to stick in there. And then all the characters pretty much come with a slice of pizza. So he's got his slice of pizza for Batman to eat. And again, very similar for Leonardo. So he's got 2 extra sets of hands. So they have these open style hands with their 3 fingers there. And they're just kind of doing a point, which I don't really know what you do with that just besides additional posing. Then we do have, of course, the grip style hands going with the fist. And of course, Leonardo's got to come with his 2 katanas. So he's got his 2 katanas. Unfortunately, I don't like the way it's designed. So usually all the turtles, you know, have their things stored on the back. So it'd be like that. But his goes onto the side of his belt. So kind of weird that it just has the little peg that pushes in there like that. So that's where he stores the swords, and then obviously you can take the swords out. So a very nice looking katana there. And I even like the blue detailed diamonds there on the handle. So that is pretty cool that he has that. And then of course he has his slice of pizza as well. So we're going to see pretty much the same thing repeated for each of the characters. So you'll see a lot of the similar things, but that's pretty cool there for the Batman and Leonardo pack. And next up is the Damian, Robin, and Raphael 2-pack. Now this one you can see a bit of a height difference since Damian's, you know, a little kid, so he's tiny. But here's a look at Batman compared to Raph. So Batman again is still taller. So this pack's pretty cool. Again, 2 characters that have a lot of attitude and everything, but you can see how tiny like Damian is. He's just so tiny and he has real small joints and everything. But there's a look at his face. Obviously he's in the Robin outfit, so he's got the green eye covering there, of course, to hide his identity, and he has the cape with hood on there with the black and yellow design, then kind of like the classic Robin outfit there with the red coat in the center, has the Robin logo there. He's got some black spandex sleeves and leggings there. You can see the green gloves and gauntlets there again with the little spikes on it, and then down to the green boots at the bottom. So again, very reminiscent of just like a classic Robin look for Damian. So the movements are going to be the same pretty much as Batman. So the head twist, shoulders come about 90 and can rotate, but obviously the cape gets in the way. Twist at the ab crunch, and then just a little tiny crunch. Legs do come out a little bit higher than most of the characters, and then out to the side. Of course, twist in there as well. A double knee joint. His knees are so tiny and so like thin and frail. And then the foot flex and twist at the bottom. He also has a single elbow joint, and then the wrist twist and flex. As usual, again, most of these characters will be exactly the same. But it's crazy just like working with him because he's so like tiny and skinny and everything compared to then like the turtles who are so big and bulky like Raph here. So he's got the red bandana. Obviously I like how they added the scar on there right above his eye. So again, his bandana is coming down. He's again a different shade of green. He's more of like an olive green. So we got the inner shell, the outer shell, of course his belt on there with like the lowercase r design. His paddings are more like metal or something, so they're much like harder, sturdier paddings on his elbow there, and then down to his knees. You can see he's got his hands all wrapped up and everything. Of course he's a fighter, so he wants to have his hands wrapped. And then the feet down at the bottom, so he's a little bit bigger. He's the biggest, most muscle turtle of the set, so he's bigger than all the others. And his movement's going to be same, so head twist, shoulder up and rotate, single elbow joint that has the twist, wrist twist around and flex, legs come up out to the side, twist at the thigh, double knee joint, and the foot flex and twist side to side as usual. And again, we get a bunch of accessories. So one thing that comes with Damien, which is pretty fun, is a sewer lid that says Gotham City on it, so that's pretty cool. He comes with an additional head, which I think is cool. So he has the hooded up head. We have the face in there with the hood up on it, so you can obviously replace that instead of this one that has the loose hood there. And then he has his weapon, so he has his bow staff, so he has a retracted version there that you can put in his hand or something if he's not a fight yet. But then if he is, he has the retracted version that has the full-size bow staff there you can put in his hand. Then he comes with a lot of the same accessories as Batman, so he's got 2 batarangs this time, and they are smaller than Batman's were, so he's got 2 of those. He's got the bat bomb again, and then the bat grapple as well, again with the 2 different hooks you can just take out and replace. He's got his pizza slice, and then he's got 2 additional set of hands. Again, the hands are so tiny on Damien. He has 2 like normal grip style hands to hold just smaller things, and then more open grips to hold his bow staff, so that's pretty cool for Damien. And Raph again comes with the normal set of stuff, so he's got his 2 sides, which is pretty cool. So they're real nice and big and everything, and then there were spots there on the back. I assume you just kind of take them and slide them in sideways. I don't know how far they're supposed to go, and they look kind of weird. I guess you can just kind of push them a little far, so they just go in like that and stick off to the sides. He comes with an additional head there with a helmet on, which is kind of weird. So he's got a helmet, it's like almost like a Nazi style helmet or something with some goggles on the top there. So he's got that additional head if you want to put that on. He's got 2 additional set of hands, so a normal grip style hand, then a more open grip hand, and his slice of pizza to go with that. So that's pretty cool there for the 2 R's of Robin and Raphael. And then we get our 2 purple packs of Batgirl and Donatello. Of course, Donatello is my favorite turtle. And so we got Batgirl here based off the Batgirl of Burnside series. So she got that design with the all purple outfit with the yellow thrown in. So she has the yellow gloves, the yellow boots, and then this pocket on the side here that has some straps on it, and her yellow cape on the back that's got like a darker purple color on the back side, along with her cowl. That's the dark purple color, so you can see the big eyes and everything. Of course, she's a younger girl, so she has the young girl face there with some pink lipstick and her red hair coming down the back, and the yellow Batgirl logo there on her chest as well. So her movements are going to be all the same, nothing too different about, so we're not going to go into details. But I like the design of all the purple, again, with the shadowing stuff added, and then the different color of purple there down her legs to the boots. You can even see they have the laces on the boots, which is cool. But unfortunately, I do kind of hate this Batgirl, because when the comic series turned to the Batgirl Burnside version like this is when I started not liking the comic. And Batgirl is one of my favorite comic series with the new 52, but then again, they switched and I didn't like it as much. But then again, we have Donatello, which has always been my favorite turtle. I like the nerdy turtle for some reason, and the color purple, so it kind of fits well. Again, a different color of green here. He's more of a light green, and maybe it's like a little bit of blue tint to it, so more like a teal. But he's got the purple headband there you can see around his eyes, and then the tail's coming down off the back. And then his turtle shell, and you can see his belt there where he's got the D on the belt. That's like a belt buckle, but it makes the D, and then the strap that comes around to hold his staff. He's got some pockets and stuff on his belt as well, and then he has the purple elbow pads and knee pads, and then there you can see they're like a nice cushy puffy pad there, which is kind of fun, and nice circle pads. And so again, they made him look nerdy and stuff, so he's like a taller skinny version of Donatello and stuff. But I really like the design and stuff. It looks pretty cool overall. And again, movements are all going to be the same, so we're not going to go through it on him. But to their accessories, Batgirl's going to be the same as usual. So it's 2 additional set of hands. So we have the grip hands and the more open grip hands. She's got a batarang, the bat grapple with the additional hook, her cell phone, which is a part of the Batgirl series there. So a nice purple phone there with the bat logo on the back. She has some darts here with the retro mutagen ooze in it. So a nice dart, and then a canister version, and her slice of pizza as well. And for Donnie, again, very similar stuff. So we have the flat hands again with the pointing style. I don't know what's for. Then he's got the grip hands there. He comes with an additional head. So he has a baseball helmet on. You can even see it has the baseball and the bats there on it. So baseball style helmet. Then what's probably like a microscope or some sort of viewer thing there that goes onto his eye, covering up, as you can see. So that's okay. I don't really like the baseball thing, but it looks pretty cool. He comes with the turtle communicator. So it's a nice cool little phone thing here that can open up and everything. So you can see the numbers in the screen there, but then it closes up, so it has a little turtle shell design. So that's pretty cool that it actually opens and everything. He comes with a can of the TCRI Retro Mutagen Ooze, and this one supposedly glows in the dark. It's that nice, like, weird yellow color, so it apparently glows in the dark. Then, of course, he has his bow staff here, so his wooden bow staff with the wraps on it, which is always pretty cool to me. So he's got that, and then that can obviously slide into his holder on the back, which unfortunately with the way it's designed, I can't get it into because the staff has like fatter ends on it, so it won't go into the hole. So unfortunately, you can't actually put it in there for some reason. And then, of course, he comes with the pizza as well. Next up, we have the 2 party dudes, well, at least that's what I'm going to call it. We get Alfred and Michelangelo, so you can see how tiny Michelangelo is. And I'm pretty sure he's the shortest turtle out of all of them, and they made Alfred all tall and skinny and everything, so it's kind of fun seeing these two next to each each other. So you can see Alfred, obviously, he's the butler for Batman, so he has just the classic butler style outfit on. They gave him the long, very like horse face head, so he's got the bald head there with the hair in the back. And of course his unimpressed eyes, like, yes. And his little mustache there in his mouth and a giant chin on him. And then again in the butler outfit, so he's got the coat jacket over the top with the tails, a red vest and a white shirt with a bow tie, the nice white gloves, and then the black slacks down to the boots with the white tops on them, and you can see the additional black details in there. So very nice looking Alfred, and his joints are unfortunately going to be exactly the same as all the others. His are just more longy and lanky, which is fine for Alfred. And then we got Michelangelo, so again different shade of green. He's more of like a darker green with the orange bandana, of course, going back to the knot with the ties, his turtle shell and front and back there, and then you can see his belt with the M on it. Then he's got the two pockets there, the hold, the nunchuck. He's got his pads that are kind of like big giant squares, big puffy squares, as you can see him there. He's got the same on his knees, and then of course his feet there at the bottom and stuff. So again, he's going to be the same as well, so we'll not look at his movements, but he looks pretty cool. I really like the look of Mikey a lot, and of course he's got his big smile on his face. But we got their accessories, and so Alfred comes with a lot of different accessories. So it comes with a bunch of hands, so he's got two like open style hands. He can maybe be like holding something, and then he's got two, I'd say kind of like grip hands and stuff. They're kind of more open, but you can see he's got two fingers on that one finger on that one, so it could be almost like he's shooting a gun or something, but I assume he's going to be holding stuff. And then he's got two what look to be like okay hands, but they could just be like icky hands, like he's holding up something gross, like here you go you nasty turtles. So he's got those two hands as well, of course going along with his fist hands. And the only thing he comes with the coffee mug there, so he can be holding a coffee mug with one of those hands, so he can be drinking coffee or handing it to Mr. Wayne, and his slice of pizza as well. That's probably the ickiness he was holding. But for Michelangelo, we get some cool accessories. So first off, we get his skateboard, which is pretty cool. Unfortunately, the wheels don't move or anything, but it's just a nice skateboard there. It's stationary wheels. I like the orange color though. They've got some stickers, a little skull, and then a of course turtle shell on there. So that's pretty cool that he comes with that. He comes with two sets of hands, so he has the again pointing open hands, and then the grip hands to go with his fist. And then of course Mikey's got to have his nunchucks, so he's got two sets of nunchucks here. We'll see if we can put these in his pockets. And so like that, you can fortunately stick them into his pockets at least, so you can stick them in there. So that's cool. He can actually store them, unlike Donatello. And then of course Michelangelo's got to have his pizza as he loves pizza so much. So that's a cool set there for the Michelangelo and Alfred. And then we get our 2-pack of villains with Ra's al Ghul and Shredder. And these guys look pretty cool. They're, as you can tell, they're nice big and bulky characters. They're not real skinny or anything, but they look pretty cool. So there's a look at Ra's al Ghul. So there's a look at his face. Classic Ra's face. So he's got like the mostly balding style head, but the hair comes back into the points with the dark on top, gray in the bottom. Then just like an old angry looking face there. I even like how they gave the little hairs there coming down off of his chin. Of course, all black around the eyes stuff. He's a very evil guy that's of course died and resurrected multiple times with the Lazarus pits. But he's in an all green outfit, as you can see. So he has a cape on the back there, which is pretty cool. It has a nice like yellow detail there around the bottom of it. That works, of course, with his color that comes up, same sort of design. I like the clasp there as well, the nice gold clasp there. But he's got like a green like tunic style shirt on there. He's got a brown belt on, gold gauntlets with the spikes just like Batman's. And then he's got darker green pants on down to the brown boots on his feet. So again, looks pretty cool. I like the details and design. His movements unfortunately going to be about all the same. It looks like I don't see anything different, except for he doesn't like crunch at all there. But his twist is right above his belt there. So it's two really close twists, so he can twist all the way around. He's got the legs and knees and feet. Everything's going to be the same on him, unfortunately. But one thing you can notice different about him is that he comes automatically with like grip hands on, so that's pretty cool. And then we get Shredder, which looks amazing. I really love the look of Shredder. Probably my favorite looking character overall. So there's a look, of course, kind of like a modified version of the classic look of Shredder from the old cartoon. So there's a look at his face and helmet. So he's got, of course, the face covering. You can just see his eyes there. He's got the spikes coming off of his helmet, again, samurai style helmet. Shoulder pads with the spikes, the nice purple wrapping there around his neck that leads into his cape. So just nice purple cape. A red style shirt on there with some purple detailings there of like class and stuff. A belt on there with the Shredder logo. Gauntlets on his hands and fists, as you can see, with the spikes on. Of course, he can stab people with like the purple leather there on his wrist as well. Matching red leggings down to his feet, where he's got the shin guards on him again with the spikes, and down to his purple feet where he has the split-toed shoes on, which looks pretty cool. And like I said, I think Shredder overall looks the best. And again, his movements are going to be the same as all the other characters, so nothing new to look at there. But they have accessories. So Ra's al Ghul comes with an additional set of hands, so he has that open style grip hand, and then a hand here that he can hold stuff between his fingers with there to go with his two grip hands. And for his grip hands, he's got the sword, so he has a nice big old sword here, very like ancient looking cutlass style sword. Looks cool. And then I think the Ninja Star came with him. I can't remember which side of the box it came in, but it looks like because of his fingers that he can, take and have the Ninja Star like he's throwing it, so I assume it goes with him. So that's pretty cool. And for Shredder, we get two additional fist hands here, but with the giant long spikes on it, so you can really spike and cut up some people with those, so you can put those on instead. And then he's got the shorter spikes, but with some grip hand there, so he's got two grip hands. He doesn't unfortunately come with a sword or anything, but he does have the tube of the TCRI ooze, the mutagen ooze, so he's got that, and doesn't glow or anything, but just kind of see-through, which is pretty cool. And that's pretty cool for each of the villains. I really think they're two of the better looking figures of this set and look really cool together. And that leads us to our last figure of the Mikey as Batman figure. So again, this is just the Michelangelo taken, but putting the Batman outfit on him. So he's got the Batman cowl, as you can see. Of course, he's got a big head, so it doesn't fit, but he wasn't able to pull it down all the way. So he's got the ears just kind of sitting up top there flopping, but you can tell it's Mikey. Obviously, he's got the M belt, and then of course the orange bandana ends there hanging down, so you can definitely tell it's Mikey. And again, the body design is exactly the same as the other Mikey, so nothing new there. He's got the, you know, same elbow knee pad, same skin color, of course the belt with the M on it. So it's definitely Mikey again. He is the shorter character too, so you can tell it's kind of tiny. But obviously with Batman, he's got the cowl on top there, but he also has Batman's cape on as well. So it's a nice big long cape, and again, you can see just how big the cape is. It's big and huge. A lot of material, but it actually kind of fits pretty well. Like I said, especially you just kind of take it and fold the sides under. It kind of just fits pretty good there, looking for Batman. But of course, he has some accessories, so he comes with some hands. So he's got like just an open hand. Of course, you can really see there 3 fingers there, so nice, just 2 open hands. And of course, since Michelangelo's got to give you a little thumbs up because he's a cool guy, so he gives you 2 thumbs up. He's got his pizza slice again, and then of course a big giant pizza, but it's actually just sewer cover, as you can see. It says NYC, obviously for New York City, but it's got painting on stuff to look like a giant pizza. They can throw a giant pizza at you, which looks pretty cool. So that's gonna be it for this set of the DC Collectibles Batman versus the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set of figures. That all the 2 packs with a Batman character coming with a turtle character, and ended off with this San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Mikey as Batman that go along with the whole set as well. So it's a lot of figures to go through, and again, not a whole lot of changes between them. The turtles, you know, pretty plain. They just have the different color bandanas and then the stuff on their belts, and then the Batman characters, of course, all look different. But they made all their movements and stuff exactly the same, so nothing too different to look at between each one, just the thicknesses of them. But very cool set overall. Again, I still have not been able to determine whether I like this set or not. I think they look amazing. The look is perfect, but I don't know if, like, you know, the detail of the movement of the figures, how they're kind of limited, and then the paint choice of the completely flat paint that, of course, as you can tell, kind of comes off as I have green all over my fingers now. But other than that, they look really cool, and I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. Go ahead and let me know who your favorite character is, whether it be from the Ninja Turtles or Batman or both. My favorite turtle, of course, is Donatello, and from Batman, it's normally Batgirl, but I think I'd probably have to go with the Damien, but I think the 2 villains look amazing. So overall figure design, I think Shredder and Ra's al Ghul are probably the best of the set. But go ahead and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Leave a thumbs up on the video if you enjoyed, and of course subscribe to our channel to see more action figure videos. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.